G'day folks, two things, our AGM coming up and foundations. I'm wearing this hat because I'm having such a bad hair day that if I didn't put the hat on, you'd just be looking at my hair the whole time. I promise you, rather than listening to what I'm saying. So here's the first thing, AGM. This will be our first proper AGM as Anchor Church. It's this coming Monday night, the 21st. It'll be 7 p.m. at the Norm Jordan building. Everyone's invited. Come along. It's effectively a business meeting, but we get to think about the business that sits underneath and enables and props up the spiritual body of Anchor Church. And so it's really important for us to function well in this regard. So come and have a look at the last year and what's happened and the budget and look at ahead for 2022 and think with us about the plans that we've got for the future. If you were there on Sunday, you would have seen a slide that I put up about the giving that we just had in January and how much of a shortfall we had on the budget that we've got. And that was so you could know what's happening and consider your giving. So please do that. Please prayerfully consider how you can ongoingly give generously to the work of the gospel here through Anchor Church. And the details for how to give, it's all online. And I'll put something here in the email if that's how you're watching this. But also you might want to know how we come up with the budget for this year. Come to the AGM and we'll talk it through. And it'd be really good to have your feedback and input and heart as we move forward together as a church. So this coming Monday, AGM. Second thing is the week after that on the Tuesday, which will be Tuesday the 1st of March, is when we kick off our Foundations class. It's a course that goes for 5 Tuesday nights in a row where we look at the foundations of our faith. That's good for people who are new and wanting to investigate Christianity for the first time. And it's also good for those who are wanting to go back and have a fresh start with the gospel, understanding the foundations of our faith so you can move forward in your faith. So maybe you want to come along to that. Or maybe you know someone who you think it might be good for. And if that's the case, would you invite them? You've got 2 weeks. Pray about a conversation you might be able to have and invite them to come along. You can use this little graphic that I'll include in the email or put on the chain or whatever, and you can text that through to someone and invite them to come along and even come along with them for those 5 Tuesday nights to just hear their questions and help them on that journey. It's such a beautiful time. So there you go, there's Foundations. That'll be 7 o'clock in the Norm Jordan building as well on Tuesday nights. Now, we've mentioned this Norm Jordan building a few times, and that's partly because, and here's the third thing to know, is that in a few weeks' time, we're actually going to need to meet for church over there in the Norm Jordan building for at least 2 weeks, and then decide whether we want to go on meeting there or go back to the exhibition hall. There's lots of movement in the showground site, other bookings that can clash and renovations that are planned, so things will keep changing. But we're considering moving over there. We'll need to be there for 2 weeks, at least on the 6th and 13th of March, but then possibly ongoingly over there. Lots of moving pieces, but that's so you know what's coming up. We'll check it out together. We'll weigh up the pros and cons and we'll make a decision together. Bless you guys. Hope you can make it to the AGM, and hope you know someone who you can invite to come to Foundations. This is just one of the things, this Foundations course is just one of the things that sits in our organisation as a church, which helps us remember that we're on mission and gives you a way to be on mission. And so consider how you can use this course. And we'll see how it, among everything else, as we live together as Christians, we'll see how we can be making disciples for Jesus together so he gets more glory. It's the reason why we planted this church, is actually to see people come to faith, put their trust in Jesus and grow up in him. Love ya. Catch you soon. See you at church on Sunday.